Today is Friday, it's the 15th of December 2023, and I've come down to the commercial centre in Plaza Mayor, except it's closed. And as you can see, the barriers are up and there's no way of actually getting in there. This is actually built on top of the parking, which is just down below. We've always used the parking here at Plaza Mayor. I don't use it so much now because to actually get here you have to come on a different route. We used to come down Jaime Tres and then up past C&A, and then we could park here quite easily, particularly if we were going to somewhere like the Teatro Principal. We have used it since, but not recently. Other entrances are also sealed up, so there's no way we're going to get into here. Well, I'm up on the top now in Plaza Mayor, and Plaza Mayor, well, for us it's always been like this, or very similar to this. We've been here now for 38 years. We arrived in 1985, and well, this is what Plaza Mayor looked like then. It's changed very little over the years. But in recent articles in the Ultima Hora, they've shown some pictures of it looking very different indeed, with plants growing in here, little ornamental gardens, and with traffic passing through. Today we've got a police car, but where that police car is, in one of the pictures, was a whole row of cars parked. So that got me interested to have a look at the rest of the article and find out a little bit of the history of this plaza. And so up to around 1970, it was a thoroughfare for traffic, so cars could come in and drive through, cars could park here, and it looked totally different. And then in the early 1970s it all got dug out, and well, it changed into what we see today, which is the familiar Plaza Mayor. The reason they dug it out was to insert some parking. So down below we've got three levels of car parking, and it's very useful for the centre of Palma, and it's one that we have used quite a lot in the past. And above that there was a gallery, and I've mentioned this gallery in many of the videos, and that really is what I'm down here today just to talk about a little. I'm sure many tourists have walked through Plaza Mayor and looked at these glass structures here and wondered what's it all about, and then seen the yellow barriers there, wondered what that's all about. Well, down below there used to be a shopping centre, and it was a shopping centre that Anita and I would often come to and frequently buy presents to take back to the UK. It used to have some shops down there that were very typical, had typical things of the island, and so it was fairly interesting. You still have access, at least there's access during the day, so I'm going to go down and I'll have a look to see what's going on down there. Well, the escalator, well, that no longer works, but there are some steps. And the reason you can go down is because this is the access to the car parking. And then as you see down below, all the shops are just closed up. And they've been like this now for quite a number of years. All closed off, fenced off down there. The bar here used to do an amazing trade, and the thing I always remember there was the statue up at the top. Well, we've had a new change of government, new elections, with the promise of having something go on here, something to change. So, like typically here in Mallorca, when they want to change something that is going to cost a lot of money, they need a plan. And the plan is to modernise all of this, to renovate it all, but they don't have the plan, and they need the plan. So they've put it out as a competition for people to come up with a design for what's going to happen down here. Most of the locales down here are owned by the council, but there's still about 13 that are owned by the people who used to have shops here. Apparently most of them have agreed to chip in a little bit of money if there's some modernisation going to happen, but it's going to be difficult to persuade them all, I would think. And if they don't agree, then they need to expropriate them. They need to buy them. So we'll have to see how that one's going on. But down in the car parking, something else was interesting, because that car parking didn't exist before 1970. So let's just have a look down in the parking area. Well, this is level 3, and there are 3 levels of parking, and very low they are, but plenty of parking here, and you're right in the middle of Palma. But what caught my interest is when they dug all of this out, they actually covered up a tunnel, a train tunnel, which goes from here all the way into the Parc de Mar. And that tunnel used to be used not by people but by goods, and they used to transport goods from the sea right into the centre of town. And the plan is, at least one of the plans, is to open up the tunnel and make it into a walkway from here down to the Parc de Mar. Well, I find that a very interesting proposition. I'm not sure how practical it is, or how many people actually want to walk from here underground to the Parc de Mar. Apparently it's structurally sound, so there's no reason why they can't do it. But the question is it a good idea? And when I read the comments made by people here, they were not sure at all about it. They didn't think it was a good idea. They thought they were going to get down and outs camping down there. They thought they might get drug addicts down there, and well, to become not a very nice place for people to actually walk. The argument was, though, that they would close it in the evening and open it up again in the morning, and so the thing could be kept clean and cleared of people during the evening time. Well, I wonder. Apparently the tunnel had other uses as well. In particular, during the Spanish Civil War, it was used as an air raid shelter. So it would be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, air raid shelter here on the island. And so this isn't the only entrance. Apparently other entrances were dug down into the tunnel. The trains that ran through it were steam trains, so coal-fired steam trains. So quite dirty down there, I would have thought. But they reckon they can clean it up. Can they make it interesting? What could they do down there to make it somewhere that people would actually want to visit? Turn it into some sort of a museum? Could they even have some little shops or little market stalls down there? I don't know. But you've got to encourage people to go underground, and that isn't going to be very easy. Some people simply said it would be way too claustrophobic for me. And if you go underground, well, you're going to miss all of this that's above ground. By the way, there's lots of children out today. It's coming to the end of term, and they're out on visits. One of the things they're doing is they're going to see the Baleares, which I've just been to one in the Misericordia. So where is this tunnel going to? Well, if I just turn the camera around, it's going down this way. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. It goes down towards the cathedral. It must be fairly deep, I'm guessing. And it comes out somewhere in Parc de Mar. If you walk along at this tunnel, then you're missing the fresh air, you're missing the wonderful blue sky that we have today. As I came in on the bus, 18 degrees, lovely. And the question is it worth it? I don't know. Well, I'm going to carry on my walk down towards Parc de Mar. I could go that way. That would take me down to Plata Court. But I'm actually going down this one, which is Jaime Dos, which is another shopping street with lots of interesting things, which you wouldn't be looking at if you were deep down in a tunnel. They're all hoping to cash in. It's been an incredibly busy year here in Mallorca. I think they've broken lots of records, including temperatures. November went down as one of the warmest, if not the warmest on record, and December's looking to be similar. But not only that, the number of visitors to the island has gone up and up and up. together with prices. But that doesn't seem to have put people off. People are still coming to Mallorca, even with the eye-watering charges that are being made by some of the hotels. I just wanted to come, one reason to come down Hymidos is because many people comment on Anita's parasol that she uses during the summer, but also now is using during the winter time because it's so sunny. Not making much use of it in England though. This is where she buys it. This shop is called Paraguas, which are umbrellas, and so they specialise in umbrellas, big ones, little ones, fold away ones, but they also have a section of parasols, and not surprisingly they haven't got anything in the windows. It is December after all, but they also have some lovely fans and walking sticks, all sorts of interesting stuff. Anyway, I'm going to carry on down Hymidos towards one of the most important shops on the island, in Palma. And it's not the one that's coming up on my right hand side. No, not that one. And well, definitely not that one. They're not doing very well at the moment. Barcelona, they keep losing. Lots of interesting little side streets down here. Little things tucked away. It's, the time just for interest is 12:30, and some beautiful architecture. Just look at that building there. I do think that is really quite wonderful. And it looks as though we've got some students here out, just come out to appreciate that. And here we go. Here's the shop. If you're looking for a present, I'm sure you can't go wrong here. This is the Real Mallorca official shop. I need to go this way. I'm just going into Plaza Court. And I can see Palma's a busy place. There's always something going on. Something that has astounded me in recent weeks is to discover that this tree was actually brought in here only a few years ago. It's always been here as long as we've been here, but it's probably 2,000 years old, but it was brought in and it's not originally from here. Astounding. Interesting what you find. This is the town hall. This is Plaza Court. And you see loads of kids around. They're all out of classroom, which is good. I think I quite like the idea of kids getting out of the class. And certainly during the lockdown period, that's not happened. So good to see it's all happening again. This is all the Ayuntamiento. This is all the town hall here. Another beautiful building. We're heading now just down towards the cathedral. See where this tunnel would have come out. So the tunnel would somewhere be buried well below our feet. Buildings down here on the right hand side are all the government offices.
Steve, no?
Sorry. Well, I've just been walking down. I'm going towards the cathedral. I've met Tony and Giovanna, and surprising, where are you from?
It's so lovely to be here in this lovely weather, wearing a thin t-shirt, a thin jumper, and all over England. You're all watching the rain and the weather and wondering what you can do.
Anita's there. She says the weather isn't too bad. She's in Somerset though.
Oh right.
It's cold, but she's actually in Shaftesbury today.
Right, okay.
I know where I'd rather be.
From?
Southport.
From Southport?
Merseyside, yeah.
Merseyside, so not far from me, so and you're from?
I'm from Southport as well.
You're from Southport as well?
Yeah, so it's just a lovely place
Lovely
to be
meet
this
you.
time of year.
Thank you for stopping and chasing me from...
I feel like a
chasing me from Plata Mayor.
Steve and Anita Stalker, official fan club. Just to praise all the videos you've done for us to inspire people like us to come out and see things we wouldn't normally see.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. That was lovely to meet Tony and Giovanna from Southport. And they're going off now to the Plaza Olivar, to the market. And they've got more children here joining me along here. So I guess they've just been down towards the cathedral. So these are all political offices and government offices. So this is PP. PP is the Partido Popular, which is a bit like the Conservative Party. And they sort of have control here, except they have to side with Vox. Vox is a far-right group. And got a bit of an argument at the moment for not supporting them. So we'll see. And Carl out EB3. EB3 is the local television, so they'll always be down here filming stuff at the government offices. Right, just around the corner here we've got the cathedral. And then beyond the cathedral, Parc de Mars. So we'll have a look to see where this tunnel comes out. Bike adventures.
¿Estás caminando?
And we're nearly down to the sea. Some hats there. I didn't put my hat on today because I thought I'll be in the shade all the time, and that pretty much has been true. As you're walking through the streets, you have lots of shade area. So, hotel there. Oops. Horse and carriage. Now these are a little bit controversial, but there is going to be a move, I think, here in Palma to convert them to electric versions, and apparently it's already happened in Alcudia. In Alcudia they already have electric carriages, so they're silent, and they're not giving horses all the discomfort they could have, particularly in the summertime. Here we are at the most amazing cathedral. I didn't make it to the Festival of Light when the sun shines through the window on the east side and casts the multicolours on the west side. Make it this year, and I've got another opportunity at the beginning of March. Beautiful, beautiful sun and incredibly crisp, clear horizon there. What an incredibly beautiful day. think I might just have to take a moment to take in that view. Some more of these carriages. Not too bad at this time of the year when it's a bit cooler. Lots of tourists here. And down below we've got the Parc de Mar. And there's the port, and we've got the cruise ship in. Well, I'm going to go down now to the Parc de Mar and see if I can find out where this tunnel comes out. Well, I've managed to find it. This is the where the tunnel comes out, and on it there's a plaque which says 1932, and right in the middle a nice little steam engine coming out. It's all blocked up at the moment, but this is where it would have come out, and it's just below the cathedral. So there's the cathedral, and of course in 1932 this wouldn't have been Parc de Mar. Here we would have been right down by the sea. The road there wouldn't have existed, and all of this would have been straight out to the sea. So I'm guessing this must have been a port area that they could have used to bring in goods, and then they could be transported right up to the centre of the town, right in Plaza Mayor. Quite amazing. Well, the doors are all sealed up now, so there's no actual way of getting in, and they've sealed it up with blocks that just give you a little peep inside. And then just to the side of it there is another little tunnel that takes you through to the other side. Just nicely done, it's nicely shaped, it's got these curves to it. I think you can see the remains of smoke up there, or is that just my imagination? Well, interesting. We're going to wait and see what comes of this, and if I hear any more I'll obviously keep you posted. Well, with the very beautiful Parc de Mar in the background, I'm going to call it a day on this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you with the next one. Bye for now. Just as a little postscript here, I'm just in the Parc de Mar now, and there's people out sunbathing on the grass. Beautiful day, really is beautiful. Just been sitting on a bench and it's just warm sunshine. And just as a postscript, last year they dug up what I thought was all of Parc de Mar to repair the paving. Well, they obviously didn't do this bit, and this looks way worse than anything I saw before anywhere else. Some really uneven areas here. So I don't know if they're going to do that, but it really just desperately needs to. Just walk up a little bit further here. It's absolutely incredibly bad. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. Bye for now. Just come across this mural, which looks really impressive actually, showing the origin of the name the Baleares Islands. We've got the Moors there, and the locals with their slingshots.